Hi, sexies!
I'm Myranda.
And I'm Bella.
And welcome back to the Sexy
and Unsupervised
Podcast. Today, we have such an insane episode for you guys. As you can see, we have a special guest here.
Our first guest on the podcast.
Guest that we might have...
Dream guest on a podcast?
Dream guest on our podcast, Christopher Laprath. Everybody, please, in your rooms, in your homes, give him a round of applause. We have such a fun episode, but before we do get into it, make sure to like this podcast, subscribe to our channel, follow Christopher. He's about to probably give us one of the most insane episodes of our life, an episode out of this world, quite literally. And yeah, make sure to subscribe. So first things first, let's crack open our Alani and tell them the drink of the day. My flavor. We have the same flavor today. Synchronicity.
Watermelon wave.
Watermelon wave. All right. All right.
We also don't really have a shirt theme today. So.
Yeah, we don't have a shirt theme. We usually have a shirt theme.
Oh.
Yeah, but
sorry I missed it.
No, we didn't plan one today because we're like, we want to kind of seem normal for you, even though I know we're not normal.
You know it's too much.
Because they're usually like funny. You'll see the next one.
Yeah, you'll see.
But yeah, cheers. Let's get into today's episode. So sitting here across from the sexy and unsupervised host, we have Mr. Christopher Laprath. How are you, sir?
You know what? This is so much fun. Both of you are freaking amazing.
Thank you.
I know. I already feel that this is going to be fun. I have like a very high vibration.
High energy today.
So essentially, yesterday we joined you at your event. Was it See the Unseen?
Yeah.
Yes.
And you spoke for about 4 hours. You did readings for like 3 hours out of that time. And you just brought a lot of magic into the room and raised the consciousness, which was like totally insane.
So crazy.
So we want to share a little bit about our experiences. He read both of us and we have some questions to introduce. So before we share, tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you find out you were a magical human being?
A magical unicorn.
Well, I was raised in a haunted house in northern Idaho. And so when you're children, you don't have the blocks, right? And so I was just told, well, that's just my imagination. But it was until, thank you.
Is that your book?
It's my book.
Ooh.
Well, it's actually the old cover, but that's good. We can use the old cover. It's on Amazon.com, yeah. So I wrote a book called Trestle Creek, Things the Dead Fear. Yeah. And I'll definitely get you guys a copy.
Yes, I want to read.
I apologize I didn't bring it with me tonight.
No, you're good.
It's the Things the Dead Fear.
Yeah.
Yes, it's about the dead.
Yeah.
But it's more about the living.
Right.
And how people are caught like in denial. Like they don't want to really face the truth, and they actually become zombies from projections that are put upon them that really aren't them. So an example is my mother, who lived with this abusive man who was my father for 30 years.
Yeah.
And she became like a dead person. She became like a zombie.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what people is being able to wake up from that.
Yeah.
Is so important.
Right. Which unlocks so much more in your life, not only spiritually, but just personally as well. And that was some of the things that we witnessed yesterday was things that were happening spiritually. Were unlocking
subconsciously.
Yes, subconsciously and unlocking personal growth, which is just insane. And we love your story, which I don't know how I would cope with being, you were like 6, you said? 6 years old, seeing, my grandpa outside and he had just passed away. Like, I would freak out.
Yeah, for sure.
Go ahead.
But you're not really, if you don't know. You don't know to be afraid of the dead.
Yeah.
Right.
You just don't, you don't have all those constructs built yet.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
And so when children say they see unicorns, they see fairies, believe them.
Right.
When they see, let me give you an example. One of my clients that I worked with, her father passed away, and she had a 2.5-year-old. And so one night, about 3 months after her father died, Dawn was reading Estella is the daughter, this little pop-up book, and it's a little pop-up book, and Dawn says, "Okay, Estella, where's the witch? And Estella points to the witch, and Dawn's like, yay.
Yeah.
Okay, Estella, where's the broom? Good, Estella, good. Okay, Estella, where's the ghost?
Oh my God.
And Estella looks at her mom,
Yeah.
and she goes,
Oh my gosh.
and Dawn had the presence of mind to ask, Estella, where's Pop Pop?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Now, how does a 2.5-year-old know a ghost?
Yeah.
Unless she's actually being told, hey, this is Pop Pop.
Yeah.
You know, you're okay. You're safe.
Yeah.
And that's the way it was with me.
Okay.
So that moment when, because you discovered this ability when you saw your grandfather outside the window, he had just passed you got the call about 5-10 minutes after you had seen it. Did he say anything to you? Did he react?
No, he was in
any
this
way?
radiant light.
Okay.
And I just knew he was happy, and I could actually feel his happiness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And so then when I went and told my mom, she hadn't gotten the phone call yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she's like, okay, that's your imagination. Just go play.
Yeah.
And 10 minutes later, the phone rings. It's her sister who had told her that their dad had died.
Oh my goodness.
And that's when she finally believed me.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was where, so sometimes it takes like a major turn in people's lives where it opens up their awareness. Really, that's what expansion of consciousness is being more aware of things.
Right. Right.
And like for last night, when you both attended, was there any story that popped out or that really, that you caught on to or that you remember?
For me, I can't remember his name, but when he was talking about how we had first met you and how like he had just moved to Utah.
Was that Todd?
Was it Todd?
Was it Todd?
Todd.
Yeah.
Okay,
He had just moved to Utah, and he didn't even really, that wasn't like something that was in his mind, like what you had brought up to him.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like it just released all of this in him, and now he's like able
Unlocked.
to like he's unlocked his gifts, he's unlocked his powers.
Yeah.
I just think that's so crazy.
Yeah.
And like, it was like the same thing with you too yesterday.
Yes.
It was like something kind of just like
Yes.
subconscious that you didn't even think about.
So we'll share a little bit about our readings and then we'll get into a new one, which I'm like, I already learned so much. But essentially I get up there.
Yeah.
My card was the actor card. So I was kind of confused. One, because a film director sat next to us and he chose a different seat at first.
Yeah.
And then he moved to the seat. And then I pull my card and it says actor, and we're sitting and we're talking with the film director. So I already was like, okay, this is kind of interesting. And so he kept looking over at me, Jeff, and he was like, I'm excited for your reading. Like he kept saying, I'm excited. So I go up there, he takes my card, and you sat down. You're standing up, and then you sat down. You're like, oh, I can sit down now. And then when you started sensing whatever you were sensing, however, it comes to you, then you got back up, which I thought was kind of significant because I was like, you were ready to kind of relax. And then you get up because the first thing you said after that was anger. Like I'm like, there's this overwhelming feeling of anger. And immediately in my brain, I'm like, that's really weird because I'm like the least angry person in the world. Like I don't feel like I have any anger. If anything, I've forgiven everything.
Right.
And it turns out that it was a situation about bullying. You had said there's an energy of bullying here. And immediately, like, I remembered the memory. And what the craziest part is, the situation that you brought up was my sophomore year of high school, right when I was starting to become like my own person. And I was auditioning for choir because I'm a singer now and I make music. Go stream my music. But that moment when I was like, because I was playing softball at the time, and that's kind of what I was like, oh, I'm an athlete, I'm playing softball, whatever. I had went and auditioned for choir, and I had to miss like the first half of softball practice at school. And I came back from choir, and I go to practice, and all the girls on the team are like mocking me and bullying me to my face about like singing, like, oh, because I guess people have this like weird stigma about musical theater kids, how they act in schools and stuff like that. But it was just like everybody against me. And the craziest thing is the main girl that was doing it to me was the girl that I had known the longest since I was in like 4th grade, 3rd grade or something. And so it always had kind of stuck with me. And every time I'd see her around school, she would like do the same thing. And I was like, I was just like, whatever. And so he brought that up and I was like, wow, I didn't realize how much that affected just how I feel about making music and expressing myself. And at the beginning you said, you need to be sure of yourself. And that's what I was thinking is like, don't let these people, because of what they say, bring me down and allow me to not feel like this is what I'm supposed to be doing, because I know that, but I'm not going to let, other people's opinions. So once I kind of felt that subconscious block be lifted, I'm like the happiest person ever. It's only been 24 hours, but I'm like, I am sure. Like I am so sure of myself and what I want to do. So that was my reading. I did cry up there because I was like, that was deep rooted. Yeah. And you said it was deep in my connective tissues.
Yes. So it memories aren't just in your brain.
Right.
Right. A lot of memories are back here in this area of the brain, the occipital lobe, right?
Oh.
So it's the area that does memory and emotions. Uh-huh. So how many times, Belle, how many times did you blink today?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Easy one. Then how many times did you breathe today?
Oh no, one breath.
Yeah, one breath has.
Okay, but I mean, how many times did your heart beat? We don't keep track of that.
I know. I was like, am I supposed to know this?
No, you're not supposed to know this.
Yeah.
You just automatically do it, and that's part of the area of the brain that does that.
Yeah.
Well, belief systems get lodged back here.
Okay.
So that's where people learn to be afraid, or they fall in love, and they don't, or like. For instance, people will marry the same type of person or have dates or relationships with the same type of person over and over and over again because maybe that first person that they fell in love with beat them or hurt them or hit them. Yeah. And they go, I'm only hitting you because I love you. And they actually then associate love with being hit.
That's insane. Yeah.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Or the Stockholm syndrome. You've heard of that where people are kidnapped and then they begin to associate with their kidnappers. The brain does that with certain things of life, and it's about breaking the pattern.
Yes.
So my point of telling you that last night, your oversoul, your highest self, put that as the most important thing last night to clear in order for you to begin to break charts.
Charts as in like
singing charts.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. This is because that was like an invisible glass ceiling holding you back.
And I've always kind of felt that way too.
Right.
Like where
and that broke. So it wasn't just the information. It was about the energy that broke that glass ceiling.
Oh, wow.
So then when I read for like Bella or I read for Jack or I read for whoever was there, whatever their issue was, we talked about resonance.
Yes.
Okay. Resonance is where if you have two violins in a room and you just play the chord of one violin, the other violin will begin to play without being touched.
Yeah.
It's called resonance, vibration.
Yeah.
That's what was happening last night.
Yes.
So if you in any way energetically related to anyone in the audience that was being read for and had a similar issue, then it expands that resonance.
Right.
Right.
Share your experience.
Yeah, so I had gotten, my card was the 5 of Cups, and it said disappointment at the top. And I was like, oh, am I about to be disappointed? Like, what does this mean? Like, I was getting scared. And so then I went up there, and the first thing he said was, aren't parents wonderful? And I was like, yes, they are. And he basically was like telling me like, yes, like your family member and friends are wonderful, but you don't have to always please people. Like, you can't make people happy and you can't make people unhappy. That's not on me, that's on them. And it is not my job to kind of like feed into people's ideas of me and like, and which makes sense because I feel like I also get disappointed in myself where I'm like, I could be doing better, I could be doing this, I could be doing more. So I was like, okay, yes, like I do need to release that because I feel like I do hold on to that a lot. So, and then he also kind of was just talking about like jealousy and how people will use that, their jealousy to kind of like pit it against me and make me feel bad because I'm achieving things that I want to do. And
very non-traditionally too.
Yeah. And so I related to that because I feel like we do receive like a lot of bad vibes from people because they are jealous of us, which Sorry, guys. Not saying anything, but and then he also made a comment that literally, it was so weird. This is something my mom has done ever since I was a little girl. I don't even know why she would do this. I've never seen this movie or anything, but she would come, like, go in my face and go like this, superstar, okay? And that's literally what he said to me yesterday. And he, like, said it, and it did not click in my brain for, like, a few minutes.
Yeah.
And then I even watched the video back, and I looked, like, so confused in the video. I was like, what? And then you can literally see when it, like, clicks in my brain. I'm like, wait, my mom used to say that to me.
Yeah.
So it was so crazy. And then I, like, told my mom about it, and because it kind of was, like, crazy, because I was like, I don't feel like I disappoint my parents, because my parents tell me all the time, like, oh, I'm so proud of you and this and that, but I do feel like I disappoint other family members, and then I also disappoint myself.
Okay.
So I was like, yeah, dang, gotta work on that. But I released it.
You did. You released it.
Yeah.
And it's about, as a child, nobody teaches you to walk. Nobody
Yeah.
teaches you to talk. You learn it by observation.
Yeah.
But you learn thousands and thousands of unspoken mannerisms and belief systems that are not yours, but that
Yeah.
you adopt and adapt.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you even pick up in the least bit, maybe you showed your mom or a relative a drawing
Yeah.
and you were really proud of it, and they go, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that energy then goes on to you.
Yes.
It goes into your field.
Yeah.
Okay. So if maybe you think of your field like a big bowl of Jello,
Yeah.
like this Jello surrounding you, right? And people can put blueberries and blackberries and pieces of banana, really great things in your field, but then they could put pieces of dirt in.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of, people understand that they need to take showers every day. Clean your field. Like
Yeah.
what was projected at you that you can clear out every day.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Insane readings. Just
Yeah.
we went into it just being like, we don't really know what to expect. But I think the way that you explained it, that, our subconscious put the highest thing,
Yeah.
that needed to be released on there. And it's like, I didn't think that was my,
And
just
like the odds of, like, us sitting there,
right,
with those
with the
specific
bags,
cards, us
yeah.
together, like,
Yeah.
it was just it's so crazy
Yeah.
to think about.
Oh my God. Well, should we get into some new energy today?
Yeah, let's get to that.
Okay.
That's really
Well,
fun.
you take it away. This
Okay.
is your expertise.
So when I do readings, I'll explain, as I did last night,
Yeah.
that on the electromagnetic spectrum, you have gamma waves and microwaves and ultraviolet and
Yeah.
all of those. So our visible spectrum is only 1/10 of 1% of that electromagnetic spectrum.
Yeah.
So we can't really see. So when I do a reading, like last night, I had bags on the chairs,
Yes.
and I randomly put cards in an envelope, put them on seats. I didn't know what card was in what bag, and you guys chose to sit. That was being guided. You were guided by your angels, ancestors, you name it, however you want to term it, where to sit. I do the same thing with cards. So who wants to go first?
I can go.
Okay.
Okay. So what I do is I shuffle through the deck until they pick the card.
Okay.
Okay. Or your best and highest interest, your higher self, you want to call it, whatever you want to call it, will fall out. And okay. So this is the Tower card.
Ooh.
The Tower card is everything that you have viewed as reality is about to change.
Okay.
Okay. So if you purchase a piece of land and there's an old house on it, you're not going to want to move into the old house.
Right.
You've got to tear the old house down.
Yes.
So the work you did last night in coming to the show and releasing that bullying, dirty energy, right? Because the brain's number one job is to keep Myranda safe,
Right.
right? It's to keep all of you safe. That's the brain's job. But if you are to step into something new where you could be bullied or put down or made fun of, the brain's going to go, no, Myranda, no,
Right.
no, no.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. No, no, no. So that's about to crumble.
Oh, okay.
So this is a new way of looking at yourself.
Okay.
This is an old way of being,
Okay.
and it's completely falling away.
Mm-hmm.
So then reality, have you ever seen the movie The Matrix?
Yes.
Where
yes.
where reality is very subjective. It's
Yeah.
like so things are going to be changing big time for you.
Okay.
Okay. But they need to.
Yes.
They absolutely need to.
Okay.
And we talked about, it was one of the girls in the audience last night that I said, you're thinking too small.
Yeah.
You-
No,
you
that was
need-
not me.
You know, you're thinking like it's important. It was important for them to think bigger.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is you thinking even bigger.
I'm like, we were just having
were
this
just-
conversation today. I'm like,
We literally just
we had a conversation today because we told people about the reading, but specifically you told Bella, I'm seeing Saturday Night
Yeah.
Live. So that's the part that we kept telling people, and they would laugh.
they literally laughed.
They were
at
laughing.
us.
And what we came to understand that to be as is not everybody dreams as big as we dream.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
I just think my dreams are big, but maybe they need to be bigger.
Okay. So it's a lot about who you know. So
Okay.
like last night, there were movie directors there
Yes.
that were filming the event.
Yes.
So it's about who comes into your field and who you're going to be meeting.
Mm.
Okay. So this is the pleasure card.
Okay. Like
Okay.
that.
Okay. Yeah. This is the your connections.
Okay.
Who is one of your favorite singers from the
Harry
past?
Styles. Oh, from the past?
Yeah.
That's not here anymore?
Right.
Elvis.
Okay. So do you see, if you look at this card,
I'm blind.
okay,
Uh-huh.
if you look at that card, there's all these connections.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you call on Elvis to help you.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. Like, essentially reach out to the other side.
Yeah, it's like, okay, Elvis, I know you're there.
I know what you
Help
know.
me out here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Help me out here. Because there are masters that are out there.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
whether your forte is mathematics,
Mm-hmm.
being a chef, you know, reaching out to Julia Child. Anyway,
Mm.
we won't talk about anybody now anymore over 50 years old, but
Yeah.
yeah.
You know we
Thank
don't
you.
know.
yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, but it's like you can reach out to these masters,
Uh-huh.
and it's about asking for the guidance. Give this to me now,
Oh, okay.
because you've
Ooh.
got the connections,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
It's like me meeting Michael Mazzola,
Exactly.
right,
Yeah.
a year ago,
Yeah.
and I had no idea.
Mm.
Like when I met him, I didn't know his name,
Yes.
Yeah.
but they're like a soul group.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you think about those and you tell your angels, this is what I want, or something better.
Uh-huh.
Give me this or something better.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Does that make sense?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So you may be thinking, oh, I want My Little Pony. Do you guys know My Little Pony?
Of
Yes.
course.
Okay, good. So My Little Pony, you're thinking, oh, I want My Little Pony for Christmas.
Yes.
And it's not even in your thought to actually get a live pony,
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
right? So you go, I want My Little Pony or something better.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
That's where this pleasure card, it's about the connections, bringing what it is that you really, really want.
Right.
That's why it was so important for you to clear out that bully energy.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm like, I'm ready. Like,
She's ready.
I'm ready to do what needs to be
Yeah.
done.
Right.
But yeah, it always felt like there was a cork in the bottle of some sort.
So have you had a voice lesson, or have you had any recording since last night with Jack?
No, I have
But it's
one
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Okay, so Jack is in the audience. Can I?
Yes, of
Jack?
course.
So just notice, because he's got amazing abilities to hear. Just notice any change. Okay.
I'm sick though. So my voice about to be bad tomorrow. Maybe that's a good thing.
So cancel, clear, delete.
Okay. Oh, my
Cancel,
bad.
clear,
My
delete.
bad.
We need to change our words. We need to
Okay,
change
yes,
our
yes.
vocabulary.
Okay.
So I'll tell everyone out there, your words are prayers.
Yes.
So what you say, you create.
That was the enemy right there. That was the enemy trying to stop me.
Yeah. Well, it's not so much an enemy. It's just a matter of paying attention to what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Being aware. Mm-hmm.
The other thing is, this is really good.
What?
I know Chris better read her to Phil.
But I kind of need to stand up to do this. Is that okay? So this is an example of power.
Okay.
So I want you to really try to figure out like your next song,
Okay.
what you're going to be singing, how you're going to be singing. It's
Okay.
really important.
Okay.
Like you're really smart.
Yeah.
Miranda, come on. You can
Okay.
figure this out.
Yeah.
Okay? So just figure it out.
Okay. Whoa.
Okay. All right, good. All right. Now, this is the power card you got.
Okay.
Bring your energy here
Okay.
to your gut.
Okay.
Every athlete, every performer comes from the gut.
Okay.
There are more neuropeptides in your gut than there are in your brain.
Okay.
Let me know when you get your energy here.
Okay.
Feel your music. Feel your song. Feel. Ready? Feel the difference?
Yeah.
Wait,
Okay.
what?
Now I want you to figure it out. Okay? See? Okay. So just maybe put your finger. There you go. All right. So I want you to figure it out. You ready? In your head, you're smart. Right? I can knock you over pretty easy.
Yeah.
Now bring your energy here to your gut. Bring your energy here to your gut.
Okay.
Okay? You ready?
Yeah.
Feel it out.
Okay.
See, do you feel a difference?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm really pushing you guys. I'm really pushing. Like, I can't move her. You want to try it, Bella?
Yes.
Okay. So when you're singing,
Uh-huh.
feel it.
Okay.
Whenever you're doing it, get in your gut.
Okay.
Jack, help remind her, okay? Yep. Okay.
He does. He does. You said project.
I did.
So just, a little bit. Okay. So you're smart. I want you to figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Figure it out. Okay.
Right, guys.
All right. Okay. Now, bring your energy here. Bring your energy here. And let me know when you have the energy there and feel it. Know what it feels like to be amazingly successful and in who you are. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Feel the difference?
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm done.
Bring it back into your head. Come on. Just
Yeah,
be smart.
yeah.
Be smart. Okay? Now,
Okay.
We'll leave it in your gut
Lock
again.
in.
Leave it in your gut.
Okay.
Leave it in your gut. So when you do your show, leave it in your gut. When you
Okay.
sing, when you perform, when you're about to do a task, bring it to your gut. That's the power card.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay? And then
Y'all saw that live demonstration.
yep, there you go. So this is the Dominion card.
Oh, okay.
Take charge.
Oh, okay.
Okay? And anywhere where in your genealogy or in a culture or in ethics where a man knows more, a man is stronger, a man is blah, 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 whatever, are you willing to release, clear, destroy, and uncreate that now and claim all of your power back throughout all of history? So anywhere where you were a woman in your previous lives, where you acquiesced to a man, or you were taught culturally, economically, blah, 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 women shouldn't work, women shouldn't vote, women, blah, whatever that is, can you release that completely from your field?
Yes. I've had a lot of career reading. I feel like you've talked a lot about my career, my future, anything in my love, in the future
love
of my love
department.
that you sense.
No.
No, Jack, he's eating this up.
It's really important to not get involved right now.
We assumed.
We assumed we have too much to worry about with this.
Because
Ow, ow.
because This card is you with this Dominion card that I had with you is also the pregnancy card, and you want to be free of that right now.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, you definitely want to be free of the pregnancy card.
Okay. Yeah, let's just put a pin in that. We'll come back to that in a couple years. Oh, heck no.
No.
And then last thing for me, I wanted to ask, any like any family members that have passed, like, are they around? Like, do you sense anybody in particular? Like, I've just always wanted to know, like, just my angels. I resonate a lot with Archangel Michael, and a lot of the archangels actually. So I'm just kind of wondering, like, if you feel anything in that aspect of things.
The first thing that comes to my mind is beaches.
I'm from California.
They're on the beaches.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
They're let me explain what I'm seeing. So I get pictures and it doesn't make any sense to me.
Okay.
So a lot of times it's like I'm playing Pictionary.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. So I'm drawing on the board and it's up to you to interpret this.
Okay.
So for me, if they're on the beaches, they know you're okay.
Okay.
But it's not that you're not being directed. It's like, but you are really good. Okay. You are really, really good.
Okay.
And if you ever are in like need help, they're right there. Now this is talking about your ancestors, and this is talking about loved ones that have passed on.
Okay.
But as far as the angels go, this is what I was getting before the show started, is the downloads, is you definitely, okay, so that's hang on. This is the magic card.
Oh, okay.
You actually are an angel.
Hey, okay. That's awesome.
Yeah. So anyone you need is called in. And that's one interesting, because I really want to see this film that's coming out that we filmed tomorrow or yesterday. Sorry. So we'll get it back out because I know something unusual is going to be on there, or something is going to, but they're there when you need them, because you are the magician. Okay. This is her magician card. But this is like the god Mercury, who was the communicator. Like he carried the messages back and forth.
Oh, okay.
So she's probably freaked you out a couple of times with what she knows, or she'll say something and then it like happens, or
oh my God. One, I have prophetic dreams.
Yeah.
Two, I was just talking to you about my channeled messages, how I feel like
Oh my gosh,
I get channeled
yes.
messages.
You literally just told me that today.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane.
So that's what I'm talking about.
I'm an angel.
Well, you're connected. Like you're this messenger.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I got is
He's crashing out.
your past, present, and future don't actually exist. Everything's all happening at one time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You can visit the past. And so the deja vu that you get, how often does she get deja vu?
I feel like every so often.
Yeah. That's an example. That's going to be growing.
Okay.
So
I'll keep an eye on it for that.
yeah. So you're going to be able to like visit the past.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
And is there any specific purpose for that?
So have you ever made a cake from scratch? Okay.
I love your metaphors, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you ever make a cake from scratch, you go, oh, where's the baking soda?
Right.
And it's up in the cupboard.
Mm-hmm.
But how often a day do you use baking soda? Like hardly ever.
Right.
Okay. But when you need it, it's there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the purpose of visiting the past is when you need something,
Okay. Got you.
like Elvis.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. That's clicking.
Yeah,
It's clicking.
it's clicking.
He's cooking.
Yeah.
Cooking in the kitchen right now.
Okay. So that's where your expansion. So from last night and you attending, that whole show was set up to unlock your gifts and get out of your own way.
Yeah.
And the obstacles and the projections that have been put upon us that don't work anymore.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
That don't
Wow.
serve us anymore.
That don't serve you.
Yeah.
They're just
Blocking
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Keeping you from your dreams.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
You,
God.
you drive a car, you don't drive a tricycle.
Right.
The tricycle was great
Yeah.
at the time that you had a tricycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
Doesn't serve you anymore.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, thank you. That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was good.
On to my girl here.
I'm
my
scared.
homegirl.
Ready, Bella?
I'm excited.
Okay, here we go. So, oh, excuse me.
Ooh,
I dropped the
face
card.
down. Face down.
It's a surprise.
good. Okay, so Bella's got the Ace of Cups. So your cup runneth over.
Ooh.
So electrolytes is really important for your brain.
Yeah.
I got you with your
You got me.
electrolytes.
You got me.
What do you mean?
I literally
She just
always ask
yesterday-
her if she wants electrolyte water.
Yeah.
Like I put you on electrolyte water, the
Yeah, you
pH
did, you
water.
did, you did.
Yeah.
So your brain is needing more like hydration.
Okay.
Okay, you're needing, but your cup. This is like everything you dreamed of coming true. This is the Ace of Cups. So hold that for me
Okay.
and feel it coming through. This Ace of Cups and your cup being. Have you ever heard the term "my cup runneth over"?
Yeah.
Like it's the cup running over with joy
Yeah.
and being able to help people. And I told you when I watched your podcast, the thing that I loved about it, it was absolutely genuine. Like
Yes.
it was there was an authenticity about it, and that is the most important thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Authenticity is the highest vibration, everyone.
Be yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Be sure of yourself.
It's like the Justin Timberlake song.
Yes, I was thinking that.
Yeah.
Wow, that's funny.
Okay. So are you willing to be not freaked out?
Yes.
Okay. Death.
Oh, sorry. I covered.
Oh my gosh.
So she got the death card. And then
Jack's favorite card.
yeah, and then you've got the Prince of Wands.
Ooh.
Okay. Now, this is something I didn't want to bring up yesterday.
Uh-huh.
So both of you have very distinctive gifts, and they're both going to be unfolding. But the people that loved us and that are on the other side that have passed away, they don't want to share. They don't want to scare the crap out of you. Okay. But you have an ability to communicate with the dead.
No, I know that.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And so when Jack was in his studio, everyone, he had a studio that was haunted, and I actually was able to go in and move the spirit on.
Yeah.
It was somebody that had died probably 150 years ago. Young man was on his way down to the river to get water, and somehow he died. I suspect shot. Okay, because he was more of a Native American, and shot. And then when people die suddenly, they don't necessarily know that they're dead.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, it's like being caught in a dream. Like, have you had a recurring nightmare?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, it's like people that have a recurring nightmare.
Yeah.
Okay, and the best thing you can do for that is to go back into it and change it. So they just sometimes you need to communicate with them and go, hey, you're dead,
Yeah.
and it's time for you to move on. And there are people, once you become aware that you're dead, then it's like a door opens for them.
Oh.
Okay. It's like when you got this bullying thing out of your field.
Yeah.
Because the brain's number one job was to protect you from
Right,
bullying.
right.
And if you went too much further in the singing, that could happen again.
Yeah.
The brain is telling you, oh my God, that could happen again.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
the biggest place it would happen. Yeah.
Right. And because if you're moving up
Yeah.
in the entertainment industry, there's no jealousy in that industry. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like being prepared and
Yes.
and knowing that, but telling your brain that you're safe.
Okay.
This is your ability to so in my book, the only person we knew in town that had gone to college, now this is back in the 60s, the only person we knew in our really small town in northern Idaho that had gone to college was a psychic. And her name was Mrs. Busick. But college was like, oh, that's, oh, wow, she's really special.
Yeah.
And so this is like educating yourself and trusting your gut, right? But communicating with the other side. One of your gifts is to help these spirits move on.
What?
Tell him about how your room, how they're.
Yeah, so my room, it gets a little weird. My fan will randomly turn on and my lights will turn on and off, like randomly. And I thought my roommate was like, oh no, it's okay. Like it happens in my room too. But I just always had like a weird energy about it.
But there's also.
But I've also experienced other things.
Okay. So did you ever see the movie Ghost with Whoopi Goldberg? And Patrick Swayze?
Oh, yes. That movie's so sad.
Okay. So when she gets her gifts,
Yeah.
there's all these ghosts around her.
Yeah.
And she's like, get out now.
Yeah.
Make your bedroom a sacred place.
Yeah.
And in no uncertain terms, Bella, tell them to leave and never return.
Yeah.
You put a bowl of salt under your bed. Salt, holy water in churches
Yep.
is primarily composed of salt
Oh.
because salt is a very high vibration. It exudes a very high vibration that keeps low vibrations out. So this will keep visitors from coming in.
Yeah.
Okay? Your bedroom is your sacred place.
Yeah.
Right? And you lock your doors at night. Why? You don't want intruders.
Yeah.
Same thing with your ability. You do not want intruders, and in no uncertain terms, you lay the boundary down, get out, leave. I have one of my really good friends and client whose name is Laurel. She lives in Texas. She has to do that regularly. Like she'll sage, she will burn that, and she will put the salt under her bed and change it out every couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And no uncertain terms,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Because if you don't do that, it's like leaving your door unlocked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's the other ability. The other thing is something with Vegas.
Uh-oh.
Okay. What about Vegas? What about Vegas? What about Vegas? What about Vegas? What about
What
Vegas?
about
Chris,
Vegas,
you can't just
Chris?
stop there.
Holy shit.
I'm going to actually start bawling.
If you say some crazy shit right
Yeah.
now, Chris,
So-
I'm out of here.
Chris, I'm so excited. You guys don't. I wish you guys could feel my heart right now.
Just let him speak. Let him speak.
If you say something, I will run out.
No pressure.
No pressure.
my God,
okay,
no,
what?
okay, no.
What? He's freaked out. Okay, sorry.
You're doing something in Vegas.
Doing what in Vegas?
Doing what in Vegas?
It's big. All right, what's going on?
No, I don't know, guys. Chat. I don't know.
We just came back.
We
from
just got back from
Vegas.
Vegas last weekend.
And it was like an eventful excursion.
And you made connections?
Yes.
We met lots of people, to say the least.
Yes, we did.
That's going to pay off for you.
Chat.
What? Chad?
Chat.
Chat?
Yeah, we're like chat, like the comments.
Like chat.
Like the audience. But we're like chat. Like
He's so done. He's so done.
Is there anything that's like that it's like pertaining to?
Anything in specific?
Well, we don't understand the connections that we make, but they lead us down a divine road many times. And there was some divinity, some direction there, something in your field that was important for you there in Vegas.
Okay.
What tell you got
Tell them why.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
You can tell. We can cut whatever we need to, but tell them.
Okay.
I don't
okay.
think it need to be cut. Go ahead.
Okay, so when we went to Vegas, we went to a lot of events, and we ended up meeting these two guys, and we ended up spending literally just 24 hours with them. And this is so dumb, but I had bought a soulmate drawing off Etsy, like, 2 months ago? And Myranda was like, oh my gosh, he looks just like your picture, like, pull it up. And so I've been showing everyone like this last week, and everyone says it looks like him, but I'm like, no way. And so that's what we've been feeling.
She thinks she met her soulmate.
But we don't know. It could be fake AI.
But yeah.
Or it could have been Grant.
Grant?
It's Graham. Could have been Graham.
Graham.
Who's
What's
Graham?
Graham?
Guys you met.
Oh, Grant? That's Grant. Oh yeah. That's a friend we met that got us into like a show, and he was like a
you're
good
right,
connection
yeah.
too.
so there is something with Vegas, but it's it lights you up to help you know what you actually want. Okay? So again, this or something better. And that's
Yeah.
I get something better.
Okay.
But there's some kind of connection with Vegas. I don't know whether you're performing there. It's more of your connections that's going to happen that will lead you to bigger connections.
Love to hear that.
Yeah. So do you keep in touch with him?
Yes.
Okay. So get to know him.
Will do.
What does he do?
What, like finance?
Okay.
He doesn't live here. He lives in.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I was not supposed to say that.
We'll blurt it.
Okay. So I actually don't get a real strong yes with it,
Okay.
but I don't get a no. And the reason why is there's something that is important for you to learn from this.
Ooh.
Okay. And it's focusing back on getting what you want first with this career.
Yeah.
Because be free of strain from the yellow brick road. You have seen The Wizard of Oz, right? Okay. Good.
Yes.
All right. Let me grab this card.
Want to know what's weird?
What?
Look at the colors of the lights.
Oh.
Like Wicked.
Wicked.
Wow.
We're Alpha
Okay.
and Glinda.
What's really important right now for both of you, but especially you, Bella, is to focus on superstar.
Yeah.
Okay.
What,
okay.
What's the card?
It's the star. It's
It's
the
the
star
star.
card.
We got power and star.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
This is you focusing on, first of all, fulfilling you and proving who you are and fulfilling yourself. And then the man will come.
Okay.
Okay. Does that make sense?
Yes.
That will be your match rather than
Yeah.
something else.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the overall consensus of us is
Yeah.
like, obviously we would like a man, but that's not going to come right
Yeah.
now because there's so much work
That
to
we
be done.
need to focus on for ourselves.
in order to
Yeah.
get to Saturday Night Live.
Well, I actually I'm looking at 4 to 5 years, 5 to 6 years between a relationship.
Chat.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Because I said I felt like 30 was going to be my year. Like career wise.
Yeah.
Like I think right now is building blocks. Right now is the
Yes.
Legos.
Yeah. This is you really working on yourself, working on your career,
Yeah.
working on that.
Yeah.
But it's not just your career. It's like who you are.
Yeah, your
Really
identity.
establishing and knowing who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really important.
Okay.
Wow. Wow. Crazy.
Okay. So love that reading. Thank you so much, Chris. But I want to ask the same question that Miranda asked, which is like, do you sense anyone around me, like in specific?
It's a tribal.
Okay.
It's a tribal woman energy.
Oh.
I got chills.
So these are ancestors. These are grandmothers.
Okay.
We'll call them grandmothers. And it's been a gift that's been passed down.
Mm-hmm.
Your mother had it a little bit. You have it a great deal. That's why you've got the death card.
Yeah.
So they were in their field like shamans
Okay.
or like medicine women. So you've got quite a bit of medicine women around you.
Okay.
Okay. There's something about a grandmother, and she's talking about a shawl or a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know? Now, this may not make much sense. So a lot of times when I do personal readings, it doesn't make any sense. I mentioned that on the show the other day. But there's a wrap, and I don't know the significance of that. We may be able to talk about that later.
Yeah.
I'll get your phone numbers and give you a call if I get any more downloads. But she's talking about a shawl or wrap. So maybe you can talk to your mom about it.
Yeah.
Or your grandmother. There's something that has been like passed down that's important that they want you to have.
Okay.
Or it's coming to you.
Okay.
I really don't know the significance of this, but it's so yesterday, did you meet this woman named Chris? I think she was they had flown in from California for the show.
Yeah.
The chef and her best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we had breakfast with him today.
Yeah.
So she reminded me of her first reading. She had never had a reading before.
Yeah.
And I did it on Zoom, and she was asking, for help with her daughter.
Yeah.
And I said, well, you're going to get some selenite. No, it's going to come to you.
Yeah.
Okay. The selenite's going to come to you. And now she's thinking, she never had a reading before. She's like, okay, there's a magic rock.
Yeah.
It's going to appear.
Yeah.
And it's going to help my daughter. Okay.
Yeah.
She's like, so she calls her best friend, Jess, who's an attorney here in Phoenix.
Yeah.
And she's like, Jess, or she goes over to Jess's house. She goes, Jess, this guy just told me that I'm going to get a piece of selenite that's going to magically appear and it's going to help my daughter. Jess turned white. She walks over to her purse, pulls out this bag, and in the bag is a piece of selenite she bought randomly a couple of days before. She goes, I was walking through this market and I knew I had to buy this piece of selenite, but I didn't know why. And she hands it to Chris. Chris puts it by her daughter's bedside, and the daughter's fine.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Both of those ladies were in the audience, right?
Yeah.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
So I didn't remember that.
Yeah.
But there's something about this shawl that's
Okay.
important. It's almost like a status symbol.
Okay.
So do you have any Greek or Italian in your family?
Not that I know of.
Okay. There's something with like do you know what an oracle is? In Greek culture, they would go visit the oracle. Like you can Google Oracle of Delphi.
Yeah.
Okay. And it was like you're like a channeler. Oh, boy, what's happening?
Like
here?
like your gift?
Yeah. So this is like the shawl is a symbol of status.
Okay.
So these ancestors are giving you this symbol of status. There's a status related to this with knowing things that normal average people don't know.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So there's something important about the shawl, but I have no idea what that is.
Okay.
You don't know nothing
I
about
don't
no shawl?
Or a cloak, or there's something with, or it could be like a blanket. There's something with a
Something where it's like wrapping.
wrapping.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
the wrapping of, and there may be a family blanket that has been passed down that they want you to have, but talk with your mom.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
I
wow.
will for sure.
That's.
Ooh.
Whew, I wish I could give you the same energy. I wish I could just read Chris right now. Too.
I know. Can we read Chris?
Oh my God. Well, that was crazy
amazing.
and very just we're obviously going to take everything with a grain of salt. I think that's kind of the intention with like psychic, because your fate can change. But I think it's just kind of comforting knowing the positives and, hey, we're on the right path. There's patterns that are breaking for us. And so I think anybody that does go and kind of like seek out a psychic, obviously your fate can change. It's not always going to be, maybe I can meet someone in 4 years, not 5 to 6, but like, this is really interesting. And just to get kind of a different side of things and a deeper understanding of just
This
being
crazy
a
life
human and magic and everything that's involved. And there's so many things that are happening that we can't see, see the unseen.
Yeah.
So this has been insane. Do you have any more questions for Chris?
I don't think so. Just thank you.
Do you have any questions for us?
No, you are amazing. I love your energy. I love where you're going, what you're doing. It's really important.
Oh, thank you, Chris. Well, thank you for taking the time
Thank
to
you
be
so
here with us.
much.
We are so excited to drop this episode.
Yeah.
Make sure to like, subscribe, go follow Chris.
Please go follow him.
Go check out his website. If you guys loved what he did for us, book a reading with him.
Read his
and
book.
Tell him we sent you, because just do it.
Just do it.
And
ChristopherLaprath.com.
okay. And plug your book.
Okay. Yeah, my book is on Amazon. It's called Trestle Creek, Things the Dead Fear.
Yes.
It's a nonfiction about the haunted house.
Ooh, get into it, y'all.
And we're working on the movie right now.
Oh my
yeah.
God. Yeah, that's going to be so
That's
insane. We're going to
exciting.
talk more about that with him. But we love you guys. Thank
Thanks
you
so
for
much for
watching.
watching.
And we'll see you in our next episode.
Bye.
Bye.